What's up? It's Pastor Brad here for another episode of the Daily Bible Reading. Now, as you can see behind me, we got a pool. Doesn't that look inviting? Man, maybe it's calling my name. It's so hot out here. No, I got to focus on this first. We got to get this done. You might see a furry friend right there, but friendly reminder, if you want these sent to your inbox every single morning, go to findcommunity.com/daily Bible reading, and that will happen. Also, if you like these videos, like them, share them, repost them, let people know about them. Let's be active in sharing the hope and love of Jesus. We need Jesus now more than ever, so let's do that. Now today our reading comes from Hebrews chapter 4, verses 14, 15, and 16, and this is what it says. Therefore, since we have a great high priest who has ascended into heaven, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold firmly to the faith we profess. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet he did not sin. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Now, in case you missed it, this book, Hebrews, this book was written specifically to Jewish Christians, and there's a lot of layered context here relating to their Jewish customs and rituals. And so when the writer says that the high priest ascended into heaven, they would have had like this mental picture of their high priest passing through the three areas of the temple. Right, the outer court, the holy place, and then, of course, they end up in the Holy of Holies to make a sacrifice on the people's behalf. Now, the writer is saying that Jesus has already made that sacrifice for us, like for you. Not just those who it was originally written for, but you watching this video in this specific moment in time. Jesus made that sacrifice for you. And so this writer makes a bold claim about who Jesus is. He says that Jesus is the Son of God. Not just some dude off the street, that there is something different about this man's death, and obviously because of his resurrection, that we need to pay attention to what he did, because this can be life-altering, it can be life-giving, it can be life-changing. And verse 15 of this passage is probably the most important verse in this passage, at least to me, right? It's the hinge that holds it all together. It's referring to Jesus as the perfect sacrifice, that he was sinless. Yet Jesus isn't this weird robot or aloof to what's going on. No, he is the king who is able to understand what we as humans go through in our journeys. He can empathize with us. See, I think Jesus knows what it's like to be a child and be told that you can't have another cookie. I think he knows what it's like to maybe deal with bullies in middle school. He's faced hard decisions in relationships. He's lost family and friends over his ministry, and because death came. So he's dealt with some of those hard things that we have to face in life. Jesus, the King, knows how hard the human experience is. Let me repeat that for us. Jesus the King knows how hard the human experience is. He is a king that can empathize with what you face and deal with every single day. And verse 16 is just as important because it's the image of a king, and at this time, it's the image of royalty. And as Western Christians, maybe even more so as Americans, we already have this natural bent to disregard kingship, disregard royalty. It's been sort of built into our DNA for the last couple hundred years. I can't really recall, but something about throwing a bunch of tea into the water. I don't know, just a whole history lesson. But royalty in this context and to this culture, it gave off the impression that normal people have no right to approach the throne. It's special. They're set apart. There's something different about them. But that's not how God operates his kingdom. Not only is Jesus the king that can empathize with us, he's the king that wants you to approach his throne with all the mess and the baggage that makes you unique. Everything that's connected to your specific story. Isn't that wonderful? So today, I don't know who needs to hear this. I might just be talking to myself, but whatever your baggage is, whatever the mess, the drama, the hurt, the anger, go to God's throne. Go to God's throne. Don't hesitate, and go with confidence so that you can receive mercy and grace. The exact relief that we need in our time of need. He is such a gracious God in that He will give us exactly what we need in our individual lives. Whatever we need to just get through that today. So what have you been holding on to that you can give Jesus the King today? The King that can empathize and yet at the same time give mercy and grace, so that you can walk in His mercy and grace. Not because Jesus pities you. No, it's because He loves you. And our King wants you to live life to the full. All right, it's super hot outside. The pool behind me looks inviting. I think it's time to go practice my cannonballs. Love you guys. Have an awesome day. Peace out.